Girl, stop apologizing. Day 16. My marriage. I'm sure many parents would naturally list their children as their first priority, but my marriage will always be the most important relationship in my life. Dave and I have a weekly date night, and we take an extravagant annual vacation together. Wait for it, without our children. When we're at home, we're playing interference with 3 little boys and our queen bee, Noah Elizabeth. So it's essential that we also get to hang out with each other regularly and act like real-life adults. Because we're both so supportive of each other's careers, it can be really easy to start neglecting our relationship, which has happened numerous times over the years. So rather than risk our marriage slipping into an unhealthy place, we've agreed to make each other a priority. We don't want to have a good marriage or even a great one. We want to have an exceptional marriage, and exceptional requires intentionality. My kids. I have 4 children, Jackson, Sawyer, Ford, and Noah. So even when I'm not at work, I'm always on the go. There's morning routine and school drop-off and dinner, baths, books, and bedtime. Then the weekends when we run from sport events to birthday parties and back again. That is a picture of what life looks like today with the kids. But let me back up and tell you about the first 2 years of running my company. I worked like a maniac. I was often in the office by 8 in the morning, which means I was never able to do school drop-off. I got snarky notes from moms at school about missing field trips and bake sales, and I cried myself to sleep about them more nights than I can count. Nobody ever sent snarky notes to my husband for having to work during a field trip, but that's a diatribe for another time. Most evenings I got home around 7, which means I missed dinner. It was a really chaotic season, but that kind of workload is also part of being an entrepreneur and running a startup. Some people will argue that I lost valuable time with my kids, and I won't disagree. But those 3 little boys also watched their mom build a company from the ground up. They watched me grow the company to something so big that their daddy came to work 3 too. They've seen firsthand the power of hard work and dedication, and I'm proud of the example I've set from them. That for me, in that season, was another way of prioritizing my kids, just with a longer-term vision in mind. My work. I won't pretend that there weren't times when work didn't take up most of my attention. I also won't pretend that those weren't the times that were hardest on my marriage, my health, and my ability to be the kind of mom I want to be. Now that I'm more established in my career, I'm better able to get my work done during office hours. Also, being 5 years into this business means I have the help of an incredible staff, so it doesn't all fall on my shoulders. My work is a priority for sure, but that looks different in my current season than it had to look in past ones. Remember, figuring out how to juggle all the parts of your life in a healthy way is a scale and slice back and forth. Some seasons of your life will require more attention in one area than another. And that's okay. Someone once said it was possible to be in balance, but that's only their opinion. You get to decide whether or not it's true. The other opinion that affects our narratives about what we can and can't be at the same time dives into an area of life that I know won't apply to every woman reading this, but it will apply to a vast majority. And the ones who suffer from it are drowning in it. I want to talk about it. I want also to be aware that it's happening so we can, as a community, take power away from this insidious thing. Mommy guilt. You guys, mommy guilt is bullshit. There, I said it. I don't know if my editor will even let me keep that in here, but if we're going to hold on to one cuss word in this book, Jessica, let it be that the line right there. Mommy guilt. In case you haven't ever experienced it personally, is this gross, horrendous, cancerous thing that lodges itself in your heart and creeps its way to your head. Well, it festers forever unless you actively choose to kill it. Mommy guilt likes to remind you on the regular of all the ways you're failing your children. Some women struggle with guilt on topics like going to work. Others struggle under the weight of guilt associated with everything from wanting time for themselves to not feeding their kids the right kind of blueberries. And I guess if that was the only thing you had to worry about, maybe it wouldn't be so bad. But being a mom means there are 967 things to worry about on any given day. So not only are you responsible for someone else's clothes and shelters and dental hygiene, but you're also going to go ahead and beat yourself up for those 967 choices you're making as you're making them, and think that this will empower you to be better next time. No way, this is only going to confuse and overwhelm you and zap you of whatever confidence you had in yourself as a mom, which, let's be honest, is tenuous on the best of days.